part of nasscom D&I, and also to represent my organization, HSBC. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. So a quick introduction to the technology arm of my organization, which is also called HSBC Technologies India, shortly HDI. We are at 6 different locations in 2 different cities, Pune and Hyderabad. Over 15,500 employees, that represents about 40% of our global IT workforce. And we were established in 2002, just a year after, I think, Makta joined in our operations organization. And from the impact perspective, I think we bring a unique advantage to the organization by participating very actively in the transformation programs and leading it sometimes, innovation, and also time to market with respect to what is expected from our customers and the businesses that we support. And from a global businesses and global functions perspective that we actually support are global banking and markets, and we have commercial banking, we have retail banking, wealth management, and lastly, we have private banking as well. These are the global functions and businesses that we support. That's the organization HDI in India. The next slide, please. To me, from all the reasons that D&I is very important, which I strongly believe in, one additional thing that I feel personally very strongly about is diverse and inclusive organizations innovate a lot better, right? To endorse my point, I'll quote Gartner. Gartner concluded in their study that diverse and inclusive organizations are 44% more likely to succeed than the non-diverse ones. And also another thing that I had a privilege of participating and interacting with was a person by name Frank Johansson. I don't know how many of you heard of him. He's the author of the book, The Medici Effect. Right? And what the core concept of that is, innovation happens at the intersection of diverse thoughts. Right? And the workshops that we went to absolutely nailed it. Right? And to me, that's very, very strongly that I believe in, and why D&I is important. In HSBC, D&I is not a side-of-the-desk activity, right? It is mainstream, and it is part of your objectives, it is part of your deliveries. I regularly have conversations with my managers about what we're delivering in this, and it is right from the top that we have the cascade on this. The other aspect that we constantly do, within D&I is constantly come up with various initiatives that actually promotes equal opportunity, career development, and nurturing our top talent and so on. Right? And from our perspective, some of the initiatives that I want to kind of take you through or take to. This is a recruitment exclusively for women candidates who have had 5 years or more experience and have taken a career break. Right? We also have a unique program called Unicorn, and that actually came out of some data analytics on our workforce. And we found that the architecture community did not have any women representation at all. Right? So we did identify some really top technologies that we had amongst our women folks, and came up with an exclusive training program for them to become architects. And the second aspect of that initiative was to land them in architect roles, right? And we've successfully done that for about 18 women last year. We're repeating that every year since then, and it's been a tremendous success. The other thing we also do is we tie up with leading institutes like Indian Institute of Management Bangalore, and we have on-prem programs for our women colleagues, especially on the senior top talent folks, for negotiation skills, building a network, building a brand, and how do you sell yourself much better, right? Something that we find that we can do better. Also, from policies perspective, we introduced part-time working since the beginning of this year. We also have flexi working in terms of like, being able to work flexi hours, choose your hours, and also work from home. Right? And the other thing also we're really proud of is the childcare facilities that we provide for the mothers who have infants within like a kilometer or so from the office premises. And that's another program that I'm very proud of. And from an industry awareness perspective, obviously, events like nasscom, D&I, Grace Hopper, we really take active participation in these events. And we have a thriving graduate program as well. And 68% of our graduate hires in 2018 graduated. Right? This is another reason why, Charu was earlier mentioning that you need to be inclusive. If you're not, you're like missing out on like, at least 50% of our workforce in terms of like who can come in and deliver all this fantastic energy and talent that they bring in. Next slide, please. So from the inclusion perspective, just off the blocks, in terms of LGBT, and June is a Pride month, as most of you are aware. We had a Pride parade in June, on June 2nd, in fact, and where we took, we actively participated in that, and we had more than 100 of our colleagues participate in the parade, and we're probably one of the biggest corporate presence there in that parade in Pune. And apart from that, we also, from a policy perspective, rolled out medical coverage for the same gender spouse starting this year. And we are also encouraging a lot of gender-neutral terminology within our ecosystems, right, to be more inclusive. And as part of that program as well, we are encouraging our colleagues to post pictures of their pledge cards on social media, that they are allies of the LGBT plus community. We also have actually devised a senior management program that will just basically make them more sensitive to the LGBT plus community. And from the accessibility point of view, amongst our locations, there's 6 different locations that we have. We regularly go through audits and ensure that the buildings are accessible, are mobility friendly, so that we can just have wheelchair friendly ecosystem in terms of ramps and our lifts and so on and so forth. And also we do a train and hire program where we actually work with an NGO to hire visually impaired people to do our testing on the accessibility front for our digital program. And it's been tremendously successful. All of our portals that we are insisting that they should be accessible to people with different disabilities, they actually do the testing and endorse it for us. And last but not least, we also tie up with another NGO called Ekant. And just from a sensitization perspective, one of the things that I absolutely learned from that program was there are 21 different disabilities, and each one needs to be treated separately. Right? And we absolutely, in our own privileged, wonderful ecosystem, we're not aware of this. And for us, a lot of it is completely oblivious or ignorant of that world. And that was an eye-opener in terms of a lot of employees that I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So, on to the next slide, please. I want to specifically dwell on Take Two for a couple minutes. This is the problem statement here basically is as you go up the ladder of seniority, the gender diversity ratio just falls off the cliff, right? Obviously, there are exceptions, right? And we definitely want to make sure that we actually bring back women folks who actually dropped out from their career. And that's the program that this is the program that we have come up with. Right? It's launched in 2018, last year. And essentially, women who have more than 5 years of experience and taken a break for whatever reason are part of this program. We specifically have a specialized drive to make this happen. We also provide them 3 months internship so that they can ease their transition into the corporate world. And the 2018 program that we had for Take Two, we had 35 candidates that we identified for permanent roles, and that was a big success. And off the back of that, we did that again in 2019. And as we speak, this week we have onboarded 47 people in permanent roles HSBC across Pune and Hyderabad. Why are we doing this? Again, like I said, the problem statement that we didn't ratio just falls off the cliff when we go to this, the seniority ladder. We want to bring the dominant talent that is there in our society back into the corporate world. And also, for our own hiring managers to become more sensitive when they are normally going out and hiring in the market to, people who have taken a break. And then, there are a lot of success stories in that hiring as well. So they could be, more receptive to that idea. And from we have 100% retention of all the candidates that we have offered so far. Brilliant success in that sense. And 2 of our colleagues there have been awarded the global business recognition. And that was kind of unheard of in such a short period of time. The amount of energy and passion they brought to the job was very refreshing from our point of view. And like I said, we did that again because it was definitely vastly successful last year, and hope to do it in the coming years. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. In conclusion, I think we are doing a lot. I'm happy to believe that D&I is a priority for a lot of the organizations. But there are 3 areas that I'll probably want to kind of leave you with where I don't think we're doing enough. Right? One is, of course, the thing that I talked about a few times, gender diversity ratio in senior roles. Definitely nowhere near done yet. The second thing is, from an inclusion perspective, the LGBT plus is just off the blocks. Right? We could do a lot more, and I think there's a lot we can learn from each other as we go along, because it's something really, really new, and some of the best practices that you might be, rolling out, and in your organizations, I'm hoping to borrow that as I sit through some of the other sessions. And the third point is from people with disabilities. I strongly feel that just like hiring a few people and just ticking the box on that is definitely not enough. Right? What is required in that space is to be able to integrate and assimilate them in the society right from the beginning. But we need to do something at the grassroots level. Right? There are not enough schools which actually to cater to them. They go to a very, very specific school where they just keep going down that rabbit hole, if you will. Right? And it's become more and more focused on just that small community that they live around. And it's very, very difficult, even if you recruit them, for them to assimilate in the corporate world. Right? That's just like something that, while working with some of these schools and people that we have hired, I strongly feel we need to do a lot right from the ground up at the grassroots level, all the way to assimilate them in the corporate world. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.